Hello everybody, now we'll look at two very different but equally interesting in their own way knives which are, I would say, especially suited for, let's say, cooking when you're traveling. What am I talking about? Well, classic here, the big Opinel 12, and quite new and very different from the norm, the Spyderco Rock Lobster. So the Opinel, well, probably you've handled already Opinels, lovely French knives, usually smaller than this one. They come in numbers. This is the number 12, as hopefully the camera picks up, meaning that the blade is around 12 centimeters long. So I open this, and actually the lock is genius in simplicity. You turn this ring here and the blade locks. It couldn't be simpler, and it works incredibly well. It also locks similarly when it's closed, by the way. So a blade, a bit Turkish in influence. It's made of Sandvik steel. I don't know if it's the famous 12C27 steel, but anyway, light and extremely good hand holding that you have with this. And of course it's too big for everyday carry, but honestly I made a lot of really good dishes with this when traveling. It works well for that. The only thing you have to watch out for with Opinels is try not to get the handle wet, because then the wood swells and it becomes difficult to close the blade. What you then have to do is actually to hit on a table or on the ground, hit the knife with the hilt, and because of the shock it will come loose a bit. So yes, a classic, and I will revisit Opinel, by the way, in a specific post, because it's such an interesting brand, available at really low prices. So a very nice holiday or outdoor cooking knife. That's what I use it for, and it's sturdy enough, around 2.5 millimeters, to do quite a bit of other cutting, flat ground as well. All this for a price, yes, a very reasonable price. Now I must say, what I do like when I'm in the kitchen at home is this. This is actually one of my favorites. It's a global, good Japanese brand. This is actually their vegetable knives. You cannot pierce with this, but it has this nice rounding which allows for really lovely cutting. A thin blade, which is always good when cooking, and very light in the hand as well. Well, global is with reason so popular. So actually it's the form of the blade, the curvature, which I would say for doing a lot of cooking is, I must say, better than the Opinel. Even if the Opinel works very well, you cut most actually with here and less with, it depends a bit, less with that part. It's easier to do that with this curvature, well, in my opinion. Now that is why this one from Spyderco, the well-known high quality company, so interesting. It's actually a production design from a custom knife by Jens Anso, a young and highly talented Danish designer. This one has a G10 handle, like many Spydercos do, in foliage green. You can only open it with the right hand. As you can see, the blade is so low, in contrast to most other Spydercos, so low in the handle that here you cannot open it one hand. But anyway, I open it now, and you see now indeed the kind of blade, a particular kind of blade. They call it, with some imagination, a modified sheepfoot blade, but it has some similarity with the global. And indeed, I must say, while the blade is shorter than the Opinel, it allows for really nice general food prep on the go. It is true, however, compared to the global, the blade is a bit thicker, which allows, of course, for a very strong blade, but to really finely mince your pieces of garlic or so, well, it goes well because it's a nicely flat ground, but yeah, you cannot beat a true kitchen knife. You never can. It's just fun for knife collectors like us to use their design knives to cook, for example. Now, what else about this particular design? Well, it uses a liner lock of a really good quality. It is very similar to the one that you know perhaps from the much applauded, much loved Spyderco Military, which has one of the best liner locks ever. So yes, it locks extremely well and it is user friendly. Now I must say, despite that, well, I'm now raving about it, it has a bit of a one thing which I think it doesn't do so well. That's hand holding. It actually is far less nice in the hand than this very simple Opinel, which seems like just a wooden stick, but is perfect in the hand. What do I not like so much about this? Well, you see the form of the handle. Actually, well, you never get a totally perfect purchase on it. I mean, yes, you have two fingers here, and then the third is roughly here on this edge. Well, you can put maybe three or behind. Well, yes. Anyway, I still enjoy the knife a lot, let that be understood. It is special. It doesn't look like anything else on the market, and it's a Jens Anso design. You see that, by the way, here, Jens Anso. And so it's the only affordable way, you could say, to get your hands on the Jens Anso design, because his own knives are very expensive, as most customs are. I forgot only to say that's in VG10 steel, the really good quality Japanese steel that's used for many Spyderco knives, and it's made in Seki City, so by probably Sakai or Moki, one of those really good quality companies. So you see, it is indeed, as you know from Spyderco, I mean, this is a quality knife, which is a fun alternative than to try and bring a global on holiday. Now, do you make better dishes with this or quicker than with the big Opinel? Of course not. Both are just different, and both are very charming in their own way. So, two very different knives, but I think usable for, yeah, in roughly the same way. One with very specific character, but however I think Opinels have also a lot of timeless character. It remains to be seen if the Rock Lobster will be regarded in the future as an equally timeless classic. We don't know yet, but at least it is special, it is different, and it's very good quality as well. So I hope you found that this was an interesting review, and feel free to leave feedback. Goodbye.